In Soul Knight, weapons are categorized into weapon families. You got swords, pistols, bows, but in those weapon families, there are also weapon subfamilies. Like in the sword family, you have swords, but also you have axes and spears. But there are also unofficial subfamilies, secret types of weapons that aren't listed in the game and do some pretty cool stuff. For example, are what I call the takeoff guns. Guns that start slow or have the aim of a drunkard in a shooting range, but after a couple of seconds, they act completely different. This includes the infamous Bleach. This look back on episode's hero, the Red Dragon, and surprisingly the PKP, which is a weapon I didn't expect to see on the list. The Bleach and the Red Dragon are really interesting weapons. The Bleach starts slow with 20% crit chance, deals 5 damage, has no spread and costs 1 energy to fire. But when it takes off, it shoots incredibly fast, costs 0 energy, and shoots at a weird spread. And the dragon is almost the opposite. It also starts slow, but it deals 5 damage and has 0 crit chance with a big spread. And when it takes off, it still does 5 damage, but now it shoots faster, its spread shrinks, and it has 30% crit chance out of nowhere. Besides the PKP, which just gains an extra damage point and shoots a bit better, these weapons aren't really viable in normal circumstances. But what happens if we exploit that ridiculous firing speed? First, let's try our Red Dragon with the double firing rate, half the damage challenge. I also had the double bosses buff, which complicated things. You would think that the insane firing speed would mow down enemies, but the half damage penalty balances it out. And I had to resort to using the skeleton staff as body armor to get through the second world. Okay, almost. Then maybe we should try using the half fire rate double damage challenge. And this is where the takeoffs really take off. Also, my Red Dragon has an automatic device. It just means that I can focus more on the bosses. With this challenge, the Red Dragon still has its high fire rate, but now deals a ton of damage. But to get this to work, you have to pre-fire the Red Dragon before entering the room, so it's in takeoff mode. Switching to another weapon during a fight isn't a good idea, because it takes ages to start firing again with this challenge. But bosses like the Varkolian leader or this volcanic sandworm can just wait you out until you run out of energy. but it's still a cheap and somewhat easy strategy to use. This reminds me of Monsters Champions. That series is taking a break now that loop mode isn't in the game.